So who gives a crap today? You've got toilet paper, dream cloths, paper towels, and tissues.
Yep.
It's been an interesting year because you would have thought, diarrhea-based diseases would have sort of gone on the wayside as everything's about COVID and flus and colds and all that sort of stuff. But you did have probably one of the most amazing events of the year with the great toilet paper run of 2020.
Yep.
I've seen the stories of people who bought like 1,000 rolls of Who Gives a Crap that was on the news. I'm sure you guys have talked about it internally.
Yeah.
What's the year been like for you personally up until the announcement yesterday?
Yeah. that 1,000 rolls, I should clarify, that was someone who accidentally bought, she thought she was buying 48 rolls, but actually put in 48 as the quantity and got 48 boxes of 48 rolls 2 weeks before the pandemic hit, and then was like, the most kind of famous person in the world as a result of that. So kind of hilarious accidental story rather than a hoarder. But yeah,
2,304 rolls for anyone listening at home. Yeah.
And she wrote to us and we said, funny mistake, we'll arrange a pickup. And she said, no, all good. We'll sell them as a school fundraiser. And, we gave her kind of a refund for the shipping charge that we would have saved by shipping in bulk. And I think she was going to tack like $5 on top of every box or whatever. And then, 2 weeks later, the world ran out of toilet paper and they had 48 boxes of it, which was kind of amazing.
That's so fun. That is so funny. That will forever go down to me as like the moment of the pandemic.
We saw that. I think that it got covered. I think we saw it in 5 different languages, that article. Like it just went truly viral.
Really? So what's this year been like?
Yeah, it was on a personal level. We had our second baby at Jan 20. So I was actually on 8 weeks of parental leave. So I was supposed to be coming back late March. And then, March 1, we saw daily sales kind of up 2x. March 2, they were up 5x. March 3, 12x. March 4 looked like it was going to be a 40 times regular day of sales. Jesus. And we just went viral. Like our customers, if you looked at, we have a channel in our Slack called Social Mentions where anytime someone mentions us, it pulls in. And that was like a continuous scroll. Like it was just going up and up and up because we were getting so many mentions from our customers saying, why is everyone freaking out about toilet paper? You should buy from these guys. They're awesome. And I think, at our peak, we were selling 28 rolls of toilet paper every second, which would have made us, the biggest seller of toilet paper in the country on that day. And
28 rolls a second.
Yeah, imagine that in a supermarket. Like you couldn't scan it that fast.
It's not possible.
And so, it was kind of bonkers. But we knew that we had to protect stock for our subscribers, so we marked our stores sold out to make sure that we had enough stock for our subscribers for however long we would need to supply them and our business customers. And we turned on an email sign up so that people could find out when we were back in stock. We thought we'd get a few thousand signups on that waiting list. We had more than 500,000 people sign up for that waiting list, which is kind of insane. And so I think our team at that point sort of, we were all saying, what are we going to do? Like the mailing list is too big. Even if we get stock, if we put it back on our website, it's going to sell out before we can even email the mailing list because our traffic is so high. How are we going to, get through this? And I think our team, to their credit, said, we've got to get toilet paper to the most people possible. And in a way, this is the moment that we've been training for. Like we've spent the last 6 years as an online toilet paper company with a remote team. Like 2020 is our time to shine.
Us.
Yeah. And so everyone dug deep and did, early mornings and late nights trying to figure out how to service this massive mailing list. And we basically got our big 48 roll boxes and split them into 2 24 roll boxes. We launched a new SKU, a 24 roll SKU for one of our products. And that meant we could send out twice as many orders from our warehouses. And then we, to increase our customer service capacity, we hired and trained 25 freelancers in a week, and that tripled our customer service volume. And then we went to our warehouses and our couriers and said, what's the absolute limit of the number of orders that we can ship every single day? and then sent just enough emails out to, from that email list to basically invite people to an invite-only version of our website that was like a secret online toilet paper club that, they could only check out if they had an email linked to the invitation list. And we drip sent emails to just enough people to push our warehouses and our carriers to their absolute limits every day for 8 weeks. And so we worked through that list knowing that, if we got this right, we could deliver an amazing experience and hopefully, create a massive donation come end of financial year. And so I think our team described those few months as being, the most exhausting, but the most exciting work they've ever done, just highly engaged, like incredible fun problem to solve. But the world was melting down around us, like everyone was struggling at home, and then work's kind of absolutely pumping because we're trying to solve this very hard problem and doing more orders every day than we've ever done before. And so it was really challenging. And so we got to the end of financial year, made a whopper donation. It was $5.85 million this year, up 700% on 12 months prior, which is, kind of insane. And then I think we kind of thought that was, we'd kind of got to the end of it, and we were like, we've done it, hurrah. And then unfortunately the numbers in Vic started going back up again, borders closed for the first time, and all of our team in Australia is in Melbourne. And so everyone was exhausted, needed a break, borders were shut. So it didn't make sense to, everyone was cancelling their annual leave because they couldn't go to Queensland or wherever they'd planned to travel to. And then, the 5 kilometre radius thing happened. And so we were really a bit worried about our team, to be honest. We felt like, we could see not only our team's productivity, but individually our exec team, no one was doing their best work. Everyone was wiped. And on top of that, really wanting to take annual leave, but just not feeling like they could. They didn't want to let down their team members, but also there was nowhere to go. And so we ended up giving a company-wide extra week off with 2 weeks notice, which basically allowed everyone to switch off in, 1 of 2 weeks over a 2-week period. And then the second week, there was no company-wide meetings. So everyone's meetings were cancelled, which meant that no one felt like they were letting each other down and by not being there. And so that was, for me, that was the shot in the arm that I really needed after like a wild start to the year. And now we're coming into holiday season, which is the other wild part of the year for us.
So this is a busy time of year for you guys, Christmas.
Yeah, so every year we launch a holiday edition, which is our kind of end of year edition, which has some festive notes to it. So last year was the gift edition. We've done a naughty and nice edition. A lot of different fun bits and pieces, and so we're just gearing up to push that one out in the next week or so.